Revit uses a ribbon-based interface with 10 major interface areas. The first of these is the application menu. The application menu provides the commands that we use at the start and the end of a project file. So here you will find the open and close commands, along with the new command and commands to export and print. You will also find access to the options dialog box in the application menu. Next to the application menu on the interface is the quick access toolbar. There are many commands that you want to have access to at all times. For example, the save command. The quick access allows you to place any commands that you always want to have available at easy reach. Simply right-click on any command on your interface to be able to add it to the quick access toolbar. Similarly, right-click on any tool on the quick access toolbar that you don't need in order to remove from the quick access toolbar. The area below the quick access toolbar is the ribbon. Here you'll find numerous tabs available with panels and then the tools themselves. Autodesk software, released since 2008, has a modular ribbon as the main interface. Here you'll find large tab tools filled with graphical buttons and other controls. They're grouped together by functionality using the tabs at the top. The benefit of the ribbon is that you have large, graphically rich tools available. The downside may be that you have to change tabs often to get to the commands you need. However, remember the quick access toolbar allows you to find tools that you need all the time. You can modify the order of the ribbon tabs by dragging a tab while holding the control key. So I can take my systems tab here, hold down control and drag my systems tab along. Ribbon panels can also be dragged to become floating panels. So for example, I can go and find my build panel and simply drag out into the screen and it becomes a floating panel. In order to place the panel back, just click Return Panel to Ribbon. The ribbon has 4 display options. You can cycle through them with this button here. The panel options are panel buttons, panel titles, simply the tabs, and the full ribbon. I'll leave it to you to decide on your favourite. Below the ribbon is the options bar area. Here is the first place you should look after you start any command. Here you will find the most important information that Revit requires before you start to define points on the screen. The properties you set here are also available on the properties palette. As I start the wall command, you'll see that the options bar has certain options available. These same options are available here in the properties palette. However, these are the most important ones grouped together for your benefit. The options bar may also display information for objects you select. This is especially true for MEP objects within your model. The properties palette is available on the left side of the screen on my display. Selected objects will show their parameters in this dynamic interface element. Here you can change the value of selected objects. If no objects are selected, then the properties palette will show the values associated with the currently active view. As I press escape here, you'll see it shows me the floor plan, which is this view here, and it shows me information about that view. Grayed out items are not editable, so you can see here a reporting item of the scale value, ratio 1:96, which is driven by the view scale of an 1/8 inch to a foot here. You can open the properties palette by typing PP or Ctrl+1. Ctrl+1 is a toggle that will turn it off and on. The properties palette is where you'll find the type selector when you're creating new objects. So as I start the door command, I will see my type selector drop down, which has my different types of door available. Underneath my properties palette is my project browser. This is a central repository for all views, sheets and families, amongst other things. Here you will find all of the views you create, organized by the way you specify. You can double click any view to open that view in the drawing window. You can also rename views and remove them. Just like the Properties palette, the project browser can be floated or docked. Selecting the project browser and dragging across allows me to have it float in the window. I can also drag it back on top in order to get my stacked look. Or I can actually have a tab result as well. As I drag into here and release, you'll see now I can have them side by side. The project browser also has a search facility. I can right click anywhere in the project browser, start my search command, and then put a text string into here in order to search. I'm going to search for single flush. You can see here it takes me straight to it in the project browser. An often overlooked benefit of the project browser is the listing of all the families loaded into the project. They are organized by category, family name, and then type. And you have the ability to modify the properties and even edit the family directly from a right click. Down towards the base of the screen is the view control bar. The view control bar is your access to the scale and detail level of the view currently displayed in the drawing window. You can also selectively hide objects and get access to the crop boundary for the view, amongst other things. Over to the right of the screen is the navigation bar. Here you will find the navigation wheel and the view cube, depending on the type of view you have displayed in the drawing window. There is also access to the zoom commands. However, if you have a 3-button mouse with a scroll wheel in the middle, you're not going to need to use these commands. At the top of the screen you'll find the info center. Here's where you can access the subscription center and additional help. And down in the main portion of the screen is your drawing window. Each view in a project opens within its own window. Here in the drawing window is where you will see the view. You can have more than one view open at a time and arrange them with the window tile command or by cascading them. Use the close hidden command to close those views that are not the current view and maybe slowing down your performance.